Yeah, thanks for jumping on, man. If you want to give yourself a little intro to the people who don't know you, people who aren't in the community, your name, where you're from, a little bit of background, and then we'll go into some more detail about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my name's Keegan Cullen. I've been with Jordan now since just before the start of 2026. I'm originally from South Africa, lived there my most of my life till I was 16, moved to Ireland and did my last 2 years of school here and I'm currently a university student. I'm in my last year of university.
Sick, sick. So a lot of the people that come to us, right, are in uni or in jobs working. And I want to hear a little bit like, how did you balance it doing a full degree? Because you're in your fourth year too, which tends to be the busiest. So how did you manage to balance being in uni, but also working fully remote and making income from it too?
Um, Look, I'm trying to balance it at the moment, to be honest with you. I kind of take it, and I'm that type of person. I take it day to day, and university, it's always been on the back burner for me. Obviously, it's been the main focus for me throughout the past like 3.5 years or so, but I've just been scraping by, just trying to get this degree that's so important. And so since I started working remotely as a closer, I've just been kind of structuring that. Obviously, in Ireland, the EST hours are later in the day. So I have my university in the morning, get what I need to get done with that, make sure I'm on top of things more or less. And then when it gets about 4 5 p.m., I'm locking in, I have my calls booked, and I just do that.
Yeah, so you're able to split your days into kind of like 2 days. One day for uni, one day for closing
Yeah,
is what I get.
pretty
Okay,
much.
makes sense. And so you joined JDS in December. When did you get a role?
I got a role. Well, I mean, technically, I got a role the day after I joined.
Yeah, it's very sick. I remember you being like the day after or like 2 days after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it through one of the sales managers who's also in my community, a good friend of mine too. So having that turnaround, like how quickly were you able to improve because you were on a roll? Like you'd obviously been role playing before that in another community and learning. How
Hmm.
much quicker did you improve on a roll compared to like role playing and practicing?
I mean, it's completely different. I mean, like role plays, of course, they help. You can practice your skills and things like that. But it's the same as like, and it's obviously what we always compare to, you'll spar with people in a fight, let's say
Yeah.
boxing. You'll feel like you're the man, you're hitting the pads, you're nice and quick. Then you step in a ring with another man, he hits you in the face, you're like, fuck. And it's the same when you're on a call with these guys whose belief systems are, at the floor, and you now really have to help this person and actually change someone's life, like you put in front of the situation that's actually real. And this is real money that they're spending and they've worked hard for to spend on your service or product, whatever it is that you sell. And it's daunting, but it's the quickest way to learn as well.
100%. And the fighting analogy is just the best one because it makes the most
Yeah.
sense. And when getting on those real calls, and I'm curious to hear your answer to this too, how do you find the way that myself, Mike, and the team actually train you? Like, do you feel like, because a lot of the ways people train you works on role plays, but then you get on a call and it's like, what the fuck is this? Right? So, do you feel like the training that we put you through actually prepared you to have actual conversations with real people and not just fucking Instagram bullshit?
Exactly. And that's the route I was gonna take that question. It's like I feel, or I know a lot of other coaches and things, even like you said on Instagram and stuff, they'll say, "Oh, this is the best thing to say to this," or they'll tell you all these like scripts in a way to say when they give you whatever objection. I notice quickly that it doesn't work like that. And I think like how I sell now, I don't have a script in front of me. Yes, I have somewhat of a framework,
Hmm.
but I just end up having a conversation, and that's how you guys kind of teach it. Do you guys have obviously not scripts, but like responses to say when you get certain objections? Yes. But what you guys teach is that at the end of the day, it's just conversation. You're just trying to show this person that what you have can help them in their situation. And if you show that to them properly, they have no reason to say no unless they're broke, which sometimes happens as well.
Yeah, of course, right? And you're always going to get those guys.
Yeah.
That's the idea of what we teach is to teach you how to have a real conversation. Because like teaching you how to close, I can do that and I can give you all my scripts and everything, but I want to teach you how to actually sell because that's half the battle, right? If you can sell this, you can sell anything. And that's what I want to teach. And being on your offer, you've been on the same offer since December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. And just to give the guys watching a little bit of context, so you're in your fourth year of uni, right? Before you started closing, what were you doing for work?
I was doing pizza deliveries on the side.
Okay, so you're delivering pizzas. How much are you making from that, if you don't mind saying?
I mean, from the last from like October, November, I was pulling in a whopping maybe 200 € a week.
200 euro a week, right? So fourth year uni, 200 euro a week, and I imagine most of that is just going on booze, let's be honest, right?
Ah, bro, yeah, realistically.
And nothing wrong with that, right? 200 euro a week, all gone. And just to give them context, what did you make last month closing, part-time alongside uni?
Last month I made 7.5K USD in comms.
7.5k USD, part-time, still at uni, still smashing your work, getting everything done. And let's say someone's watching this right now, and this is something we get a lot, right? Is I'm too busy, I don't have the time. What do you think of that statement?
I mean, it's the same thing everyone says if you can always find the time, right? You can always find the time, and it's all about priorities and it's how you balance it, right? Like obviously, university, it takes up a lot of time, but you can also kind of maneuver it in a way where you can spend at least how I do it, to spend as little time as possible on your university. Just, get a decent grades, 50s, 60s, get that out the way, make the father happy, and I'll go sell some shit in America. That's
And
my plan.
right? Because long term for you, right? What is the aim? Like, do you want to stay in uni, get your degree, and then go be a business marketer, or do you want to take closing as far as you can and really build a skill?
Look, I mean, yeah, so realistically, I guess you could say short-term plan would just be finishing my degree because I mean, I've only found selling and high ticket sales. I never even knew what it was until end of October. It's the first time I actually got closed myself, and the closing call that I got closed on a different community was 3 hours long. 3 hours long. The reason it was so long is because he taught me what this is. Like, yes, I'd looked into it a bit, but I had so many questions on what this whole space is. And then that was my first time even knowing properly what it was. Because before that call, I thought like high ticket sales was, I thought it was like you buy tickets for like concerts and things like that and sell it for more. That's what I thought it was. Um, so yeah, I learned all of that. But anyway, I'm gonna finish my degree and then I'm finished now in May. So it's
Mhm.
not much longer to go. And I'm balancing it somewhat decent at the moment. And then in summer, just gonna practice, I guess, continue what I'm doing just full time, instead of part time. But then it's just going to be my main priority. And I would imagine I'm going to get a lot better, make a lot more money, and then
What's the
go
goal?
forward.
I don't like
I'll
that.
make
I imagine. What is the goal? What do you want to be making come this time, July, August?
July, August, I will be hitting 10K months. I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, I'll be taking more calls. I'd be, doing more training in general. If I was able to do 7.5 last month part time, taking 4 hours of calls 5 days a week, if I'm doing 7 hours of calls every day a week, which is probably my plan, then I mean, 10K should be easily attainable.
100%, man. Okay, cool. And final question for you, man. Let's say someone's watching this, they're on the fence about joining JDS. Maybe they're between every other program under the sun. What would you say to them? What would be your final message?
I would say even as like a university student, what's actually the the problem with just trying, right? So like let's say you invest into yourself, you try learn this stuff, you don't get anywhere. You just go work a normal job like everyone else. You just go back to everyone else's position. Why not try being a different position to everyone else, right? And you might be online like me and you see all these people, traders making money, drop shipping, and it looks like everyone has found their thing. Realistically, that's such a small percentage of the world. Why not just try it? Worst comes worst, you're just in the position that everyone else is in. You just get a normal job, live your life, have your 4 weeks of holiday a year. You'll have a decent life. You'll be happy. May as well try live this life that the small percentage of people are living, you know?
I love it. All right, bro. Well, thank you very much. Pleasure to see you. We'll leave your Instagram down below if people want to message you, any questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you, bro.